Good evening and welcome to Cigar Sundays. Happy New Year, the Happy New Year edition. I'm your host, Chef Earl Pearl, and I'm always joined by I Am Jazz Garcelle, but we're going to keep in our prayers tonight. She is going to be with us. And BK Soul Farm is the guy, Ali Dawood L, is pulling up shortly here. We got some technical difficulties, but I wanted to go ahead and get us started because we on time. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna work out. I'm gonna play a little music so y'all can jam out on this New Year's, and we're gonna work on getting our technical difficulties together here. It's gonna take about a minute or so, and we'll be right back. So enjoy the music, and we'll be right back.
Yeah. Tonight, babe, something real special. But you know, it's really special when you touch me. It's like
I'm comfortable, can't let you go, 'cause you were here. Touching me, kissing me on my neck and ears. Love calling out loud for the both of us now. Wherever we are, we could do it in the house or the car, or in the shower, on the couch, or in the kitchen, freaking you out. Romance, girl, this is what you wanted. You got me going. Touch me all over me, 'cause I'm about to work you out and show you what my love's about, baby. The time is now to lay it down while I put it down. Turn you out, let's turn around, let me pull on your hair. 'Cause I'm about to show you, baby. Oh yes I am. That when we make love, we do it crazy. Here I am. I wanna be your lover and treat you like this no other. So baby, come closer so I can put that thing on. Baby, touch me all over, baby, 'cause I'm about to work you out and show you what my love's about, baby. All day. Oh, baby, baby, touch me, baby. Touch me, baby. Touch me, baby. Touch me, baby. You touch me, baby. Touch me all over me, 'cause I'm about to work you out and show you what my love's about, baby.
Peace, family. Can you hear me? Peace. Can you hear me? Wow. And I can't hear you. So why can't I hear you? Test. There we go.
Word.
Okay.
Gotta turn that feedback.
Okay, we back. We got BK Soul Fun. We got the guy Ali Dawood L in the building. And
Word.
and as you see, man, we on the road, virtual thing. I've been under the weather today, so I didn't know if I was gonna make it. And then I am Jazz Garcelle. Want everybody to keep her in our prayers um, um, throughout the new year, and wish her a speedy recovery.
Definitely.
Um, but yeah, we got a great topic this evening. Yeah, we just working out some technical difficulties, y'all. It's one of them nights. It's New Year's Eve.
Test.
Testing 1 2. I got you loud and clear.
Yeah, I got a serious background. I don't know what it is.
I hear you fine. You're not. You're echoing on your side.
Yeah. All right, so I just treated like I was on a boat. Treated like to wait for the delay.
So when you hear me, it delays.
Perfectly fine.
But it's your own.
It's my own, yeah.
Um. Okay.
I took my headpiece off thinking I was it, but and I made sure YouTube was turned off until I came into the link.
Okay. Yeah.
That's yes, I hear they hold my headpiece on.
Okay.
No, it's good. We can boogie, so I can hear myself twice. Let me know if I'm talking BS or not.
All right. So, expectations. Understanding the purpose of expectations. Is having expectations bad, good, or misunderstood? It's a lot going on. It's misunderstood. Expectations are misunderstood.
Yeah.
It's a lot going on. So I know I want to start off by saying to anybody watching, if I ever have made you feel as though I had expectations of you that uh, you weren't able to achieve, or unaware of, or not ready for, or I apologize. I just thought more highly of you than you probably thought of yourself. So that's
I second that.
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to start that off because I do that. I have that's one of my own personal things where sometimes I forget everybody doesn't know what you know. And then we have these expectations of people, and they don't even they're completely unaware of even what to do, and nothing has been communicated. No expectation or no standard has been communicated prior to.
That's that word right there. Communicated. Communication is why expectations are misunderstood. Lack of communication. Right. We keep a lot of things on the inside. We, how they say, there's no stupid questions except the ones you don't ask.
Right.
They say that, but nobody really takes it seriously, except for leaders, right? And you can tell because leaders, like true leaders, when they get stuck, they seek out resources. They don't feel ashamed. They don't feel away. Right? They go out and ask. right? They don't have an expectation of themselves to know everything, right? They allow for an opportunity for somebody else to help them.
Yeah,
But yeah, communication, bro.
and that's communication.
Not that specifically, but as we build, I almost can guarantee that like it's gonna all come back down to communication, like poor communication.
In the matter of of setting expectations.
Yep, because it's all about managing expectations, right? You said it again, setting expectations. A lot of people don't even set expectations. They think them, they hold them. Some folks have a culture where things are done in a way where you don't even have to say anything. There's just an expectation of everybody will follow the same rules.
Right.
And they expect for strangers
Right.
to also know those rules and follow those rules. Without any
Yeah, without anything being communicated.
or agreed upon.
Yeah, no standard sets.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be. You got to talk about it first. That's why I said like I always have a. That's why I want to apologize because I know I'll have expectations of people, and I don't even know if people have expectations of me. That's
They do.
you know like I haven't
100%.
really examined it. Like if there's a specific I expect this, I expect that, I expect this, I expect that. In work environments, we have that. It's more structured. So those things are always kind of like the rules in the space. Um, that don't mean people always meet them, but it is kind of like a guideline or whatever. And
Yeah. And those rules had to be agreed on, right? Like there had to be that like a committee was formed or a memo went around and everybody had to you know form the policy. All the leaders.
right,
Right. We had to talk about it, right? We had to say what are the expectations so that there are no confusions.
right. Let's see what we got here. I had an example of an expectation, and we just trying to figure out if this is so. I had all this stuff together, but then I wasn't feeling good, so my brain is really really cloudy. I had this horrible headache, chest
Oh
pain.
man.
I don't know
Something
what's
going around, bro.
I don't know what's going on, but man, I had this headache all day long. Like I just woke up with it, and then my chest was tight. Chest was just tight, like they're squeezing in my chest. I don't know what's going on. But I had an expectation to get this show done. So,
I'm happy I met your expectations.
you know, so somebody said, so the God said, let's finish this year strong, man. Happy New Year to everybody. Have a safe one.
Happy New Year.
Um, but definitely, man, I'm kind of like all over the place with it. I'm gonna bring up a expectation. So I had a couple examples of like relationships. We wanted to go into relationship expectations.
Mm-hmm.
Wanted to go into, well, we know in general playing semantics on words, everything's a relationship, but
Correct.
we talking about specific
Like parent, children.
well, we're gonna break it down. So it could be
I
parent
got you.
children, it could be significant other, spouse situation, it could be work, um, it could just be governing yourself daily on a daily basis. Um, your self governance of what you expect of yourself. And I think that's where we should start at, um, on self, because we are the first people that create the idea of the expectation. And I know myself, like, I just sometimes I think I do real good in communicating certain stuff, and then I do real bad in communicating certain stuff.
Thing.
You know, um, and then sometimes it's taken uh maliciously, even when you say it's non-malicious. Even when you say it's non-malicious, it'll still have some emotional caveat that, of a human nature that just like can't be avoided. And I think that, like, I give you an example. The expectations, like, I had some expectations on the way something should be done. Okay. Um, and because of those expectations, if I see that it's a possibility that that thing is not going to be done, or it may be a problem, I have a coping mechanism where I remove myself from it before it even becomes a problem. So it don't matter. Like, some people say, "Oh, you assuming something gonna happen." I'm not assuming something gonna happen. There's a possibility for something gonna happen based on factors going on right now, based on maybe even expectations that I have.
Correct. Correct.
You know, and it may not be about the other person. It may be about me. And I just say, okay, I want to disconnect myself from it. Period. Comfortably, happy. You know what I'm saying? That way, I don't have no expectations. So that's something that I know that I do when sometimes I have expectations of things, and um and I'm not sure of how it's going to turn. I'm not sure if the other party involved um is on the same frequency, is on the same, page.
That part right there, bro. That that's what I'm saying. The lack of communication. Because if you can say you are unsure of what the other party, your partner, will do or is capable of doing, that means y'all haven't agreed on the goal, right? Like fully, because there's still, like, I don't know, like, I'm hoping, right? That's what I'm saying. Like,
It is a hope unless you just say, you know what, I'm gonna remove myself. So then I ain't got hope.
correct.
Like, I'm just gonna remove myself from it. Then I ain't
Yeah,
got
because
hope.
some
I ain't got
relationships
to worry about it. I ain't
are
got to.
worth it to you and your growth to be around, right? Some, and they are all, personally defined as far as what is important and what you need, right? Nobody, I can't say, you know, what's a good situation for you. Um, I know what my tolerance level is, right? And not for nothing, it's substantial, right? Like, it's pretty long. I can tolerate until I can't, right? But back to expectations. I think that, we gotta always I think over communication is what's needed, right? Because we have expectations outside of communication, hoping things gonna work out, right? When we can know what the deal is, because the thing is, right? What makes a good coach is not how great the players are themselves, right? But how well those players work together for the benefit of the team, right? The coach's responsibility, or the manager, I'm not necessarily sure, is to shape that and put the pieces together that support each other, so that no egos go too far, or if they do decide over here it's cool with playing B side, because we still cool because we still winning, right? But it got to be because he's compensating the B side, right? Like every time, if you look at the LeBron James and whatnot, like every team he play on, everybody else is good. Everybody happy. You really don't hear too many people talking about, oh man, how come he getting all the shine? Like you hear talk crap when he leave. Like why he leave? That's not fair.
Right, but the expectation is there when he comes in that he's going to be the star.
Exactly.
He's going to play all the minutes. He damn near going to be telling the coach what to do. He's going to be telling the other players what to do.
And everybody cool with it.
And everybody cool with it. But that is that's the expectation. That's what he expects when he comes in there. A lot of them guys, KD, Kyrie, Luka, all the big money guys.
Yeah.
And then everybody else is just,
Happy
fortunate enough to be able to be making millions of dollars playing sports.
Happy.
So like, because those guys are the ones who sell the tickets. That's why they have that.
Correct. But I use that as my analogy, and I'm glad you kept up with me, man. That's why I love you, brother. Because in personal relationships, we don't have a manager or a coach per se that we allow to manage our relationship. So we have to do it ourselves, right? And while doing that, we got to be super conscious, of ourselves, our capabilities, and the person we ask them to complete this mission with. What are they capable of? Are they lazy? Do they have a tendency to procrastinate? Am I going to have to tell them 12 times? Who knows? Am I willing to even do that? That's why I say, right? Like some relationships are easy to be like, you know what? I expected too much of you, right? I saw you as God, but you want to be a human. Not a problem. I accept that. I'll see you later. Right.
Adios.
But other relationships, right? Like I think like when it comes to like spouses, forget religion affiliations. I think as an adult, two adults made a decision to do life together. They assessed all the options, and they said, you know what? I can do it with you. Right? You may not be the best choice. You're not the worst choice. But you're my choice, and I can do it with you. And I think those people should be over communicating, right? So that they can always manage expectations.
Right.
right? Because that's the name of the game right there,
right there
is
is
managing
managing
expectations.
expectations.
Because everybody got
Everybody
them,
got them,
and
and
everybody got
everybody
them,
got
but
them, but
Yeah. Yeah, everybody has expectations. It's a normal thing.
it's
it's
normal,
normal,
super.
super.
It's
It's
natural,
natural,
actually,
actually,
Yeah,
not
not
normal.
normal.
natural. It's natural to desire for people to do good, to do well, uh to join you in things, to be a part of stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's that's definitely a natural thing. It's
communicating,
communicate,
over communicating.
over
over
communicating.
Yes,
communicating.
that we need to. You were saying that we need to over
We
communicate, meaning make an extra effort.
with our
With our
partners,
partners,
with
Right.
with 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 the with our
with our
spouses.
spouses,
Like we was
we was
talking
talking
specifically
specifically
spousal
spousal
relationships.
relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I
I
think
think
that
that
relationship
relationship
got to be
got to
one
be one
of
of
over
over
communication.
communication.
If you have
If you have
secrets
secrets
amongst
amongst
those
those
people,
people,
then
then
it's
it's
almost like
almost like
saying
saying
like you
like
don't
you don't
trust your
trust your
partner,
partner,
Right.
like
like
literally
literally
like your
like your
partner.
partner.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I
I
think
think
when it
when
comes
it
to
comes to
children,
children,
I always
I
say,
always say,
you know, as a
as a
parent,
parent,
looking and
looking and
breathing,
breathing,
I just gotta
I just
keep
gotta
them
keep
looking
them
and
looking and
breathing,
breathing,
right? I just
right? I just
gotta,
gotta,
keep seeing
keep seeing
tomorrows
tomorrows
and
and
educate
educate
and do the
and do the
best that I
best that I
can.
can.
I
I
can't, as a
can't, as a
parent,
parent,
have an
have an
expectation of
expectation
my
of my
child
child to
to live a
live a
certain
certain
way
way
or to
or to
do a
do a
certain
certain
thing.
thing.
In
In
reality,
reality,
because
because
that's kind of
that's
like
kind of like
they life.
they life.
They get to
They
make
get
the
to make the
choice.
choice.
Like
Like
their
their
expectations
expectations
of
of
themselves,
themselves,
take
take
priority.
priority.
Especially
Especially
since
since
we, as we
as we
define, we
define,
don't have a
we don't have a
culture,
culture,
right?
right?
Because now the
Now the
question is,
question
if we
is, if
did
we
have a
did have a
culture,
culture,
would the
would the
culture's
culture's
expectations
expectations
supersede
supersede
the
the
person's,
person's,
or would the
or would the
person's
person's
expectations of
expectations of
themselves
themselves
supersede the
supersede the
culture?
culture?
I think we have a lot of that going on now. The personal expectations supersede culture
Right?
Right?
right now. Right, but I mean, we see more of an abundance of that versus a collective expectation that yeah, a collective expectation of any sort.
Any sort,
Any
yeah.
sort, yeah.
We collective,
Collective,
yes,
yes,
it's
is
we have a
we have a
collective
collective
expectation that
expectation that
the
the
quote
quote
unquote black
unquote black
neighborhood is
neighborhood is
supposed to
supposed to
look
look
run
run
down.
down.
If it
If it
doesn't look
doesn't look
run
run
down
down
in
in
urban
urban
neighborhoods, not
neighborhoods, not
suburban
suburban
neighborhoods, we're
neighborhoods,
talking
we're
urban
talking urban
neighborhoods,
neighborhoods,
um,
um,
then it's
then
not
it's not
really
really
a
a
quote
quote
unquote
unquote
black
black
neighborhood,
neighborhood,
right?
right?
Mm. So
There's
it has to look. It has to
it's,
look
it's the look,
dilapidated and unkept, and
you know,
like people here don't care about their property value, don't care about the appearance of their community. That's
that's because
because
otherwise,
otherwise,
how do you
how do you
claim you're
claim
from
you're
the
from the
struggle
struggle
if you
if you
don't look
don't
like
look
you
like
come
you
from
come from
poverty?
poverty?
you need to ask all the rappers that. That's a
Yo,
good
man.
question. How you from the struggle, but you got on $2,000 sneakers or $4,000 tennis shoes and $8,000 jeans, and
Like,
that don't look like struggle. That don't look like Walmart's finest. Like you went in Wally World and put that together. You know. Don't look
Nah, I
like
don't
that.
see it.
Don't look like I got $20 in my pocket. It don't look like that. You know, everybody got bands, and
Everybody got bad.
and the expectation is, you know, that this is the standard. You know, you like if you coming in, you have to present yourself like this
Yeah.
because being uh actually looking poor and rapping about being poor ain't gonna sell.
It
So you
won't
can't
sell.
so you can't rap about you can't look poor and rap about being poor. You know, if you look poor, then you have to be on some eclectic type. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The poor righteous teacher stuff.
Yeah, Kendrick
Yeah.
Lamar or something like that. You know, new school. Um,
All right.
J
Backpack rap like
J
that.
Cole, but he paid. You know,
Super paid.
right? Um, but you have to have this. It's this. You know, it's kind of like you get put into a box. It's a certain. You know, but then everybody else who's coming from the poorest of the poorest places, like I swear they not. They don't look poor. They got on $400,000 worth of jewelry. You know, $50,000 worth of clothing.
Yep.
You know, I mean, you will have a ticket. Most people will never see that in their life.
Everybody got to look like drug dealers and look like everybody. Like everybody got to look like they up. Coming from I'm like from the block, and I'm like, I get it, you know. But as long as you maintain that expectation, everybody's gonna always. That's gonna be the image that everybody's gonna see, right? It's gonna always be the wire,
Mm-hmm.
right? Whether it changes or not, whether it doesn't matter that you move off the block and you move into the suburbs or close to the beach or to the mountains or to an island somewhere, or you go somewhere wherever and just chill, right? And just live your life completely different from how you grew up.
Completely different. Yeah.
I don't
The
change who
funny
you are.
thing about that, the expectation about that is like the people I know I went through this. Um, a lot of the people who when I left, they haven't experienced my growth because I went somewhere else and grew up.
Correct.
You know, so they weren't there to experience it. So now the expectation is that I come back around and I'm the same person.
Correct.
But I grew up. I got exposed to different things. I wasn't limited to the same environment. Um, I got exposed to different things, and I liked it. So I had an expectation of myself to pursue more and learn more about it and try and do more and try to learn more and continue to do that. Like never stop learning. But I noticed that there's this mindset, this expectation of a mindset that's like, you know, you still supposed to do the same things that you was doing back when.
In order to maintain who you are.
Yeah. You know, like you've changed or you're not this person no more and all that. I'm like, I'm not. And it's a shame that, you know what I'm saying, you 40 some years old, damn near 50 and still trying to be that same dude that you was at 18, 19, 17, 15 years old.
Correct.
That's horrible. You know? So you've grown old, but you haven't grown up. And
There's a difference between an older person and an elder.
An old person and an elder, right?
Elders get mad respect.
Yeah. Somebody old, you just old.
You just old.
That's it. You know, probably fun. They probably fun. You know what I'm saying? But they don't know nothing. You know, they don't. They've stopped learning. But very fun people though. But yeah, I've seen those expectations in relationships with peers, um, expecting for one of the parties to remain the same or still be the same. Um, it's I've even experienced, like, let's say, another expectation of, like, people feel entitled for you to do stuff for them. You know, like, it's the
I'm doing my
expectation.
very best not to climb my ladder because I'm trying to keep my emotions in check because we live.
Well, well, it's all in theory. Do you know what I'm saying?
But nah, you're 100% right there. That right there. Yeah.
It's all in theory, but I've noticed that, though. I noticed, um, and I'm just on peers right now. Some of the peer things, some of the peer expectations that that we see on a regular basis. In the community, through society, socially, and we see where there's expectations on peers, that, like, peers will put something on you, but they won't put the same thing on themselves. So it'll be an expectation for you to do something, but then they can't do the same thing for you, but they expect for you to do it for them. And to me, that's, I don't even understand that. That's something that I've really been having a hard time with,
Reciprocity.
in this life. Is that how people want you to do stuff for them, but they not willing to do it. They not willing to, what I'm saying, to reciprocate.
Yep, that's it, bro. Like, again, so I asked the question about tipping a while back, right? And my question is, what does it mean to tip? And I got a bunch of different answers, and people's perspectives were very interesting to me. And for me, I'm gonna be honest. A tip is really a thank you. It's the equivalent to me of paying interest on my credit card bill. Thank you for letting me use your money. Right. Somebody gives you something, you say thank you because you didn't have it. They made it convenient for you for whatever reason. Say thank you, right? Without that thank you, somebody feels away, right?
Mm-hmm.
While you may have paid the money back that they loaned you, but you didn't say thank you. Right? There was no benefit to both parties. Right? Like you say, they can't go back and be like, all right, so since you up and your life is good now, can I hold something? Right? Because most times, that's what I'm saying, right? The expectation is, if you got person A that's looked at as quote unquote successful, and person B that's asking. Person B is hoping that person A get them like person M. Right? Like they want to be like person A. Like they want to be successful. And they hoping that person A get them there. Person A also is hoping that person B becomes successful with their assistance. Person B, however, may not, usually not, most often times does not have the same internal drive and personal commitment to themselves as person A does. So when person A assists person B and the assistance is rendered and person B is now set free. What's that story with a dude, was it Icarus that flew too high to the sun? Like, I can do it.
Okay.
Right. Like they don't maintain it. They just get what they get, thinking that was enough, but without the internal commitment, without the same level of personal interest, right? So expectations are lost on both sides. Everybody feels let down, right? Because now they right back at person A. Hey man, can I get? And I'm like, yo, I just did X, Y, and Z. And he's like, yeah, but you got it.
That's
Right?
bad. That's
That's,
horrible.
but that's how it goes, when it's not properly communicated. Right? Like you want that person to do, you want that peer to reciprocate, or at least be able to, or be desirous to.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I know I do. I
I
know
do.
I do. That's why I had to apologize, because I'm like, I know I have a lot of peers and they say, uh, oh man, you being too hard on, why you always on me, why you always saying this, why you always saying that, why you always, and I'm like, bro, I'm being consistent. I know that you can do something different. So the thing I'm not going to do is I'm not going to allow your expectations of me to manifest. I'm going to limit myself of access to you, okay? Because it's a one-way street. It's not a two-way street. If it's just one way, then like I'm just doing, giving, and it's never reciprocated. I can't call you for the same things you call me for. And it's not that it has to be directly the same things, because sometimes things are mutually beneficial and you got working relationships. But when you find yourself in a situation where you do have peers, where like where like it's a constant, it could even be a family member, it's a constant, it get frustrating, it get completely frustrating, because you just like, man, like they have an expectation that you have it, and they
Will
expect
always
it
have
for
it, and you have it for them.
and you have it for them.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Right. Person B don't have the level of commitment or personal or drive as person A, and is not explained. Right. Like person A, the person A don't give. It's not an ultimatum, but a set conditions or set a boundary. Right.
Let me set a boundary. Change.
Right. Because again, person A is thinking my assistance is gonna make you, put you in a better situation so that you become person A.
Right.
That's what person A thinking. Person A thinking they gonna take person B and bring them up to make them person A too. Not permanent person B, you my person B. That's corny.
Right.
I need you to be person A
That's only if they want more though.
if they want more, but they don't want more. They want more of yours.
Yeah, they want what you what they asking for, and nothing more than that. Just keep giving them what they asking for, but everything else that you have to give to allow them to facilitate them being a A.
Correct.
You know, They don't want to. They don't want to do that. They just want to. This what I need right now. I just need you to do this for me, and I'm good. Don't worry about trying to do nothing else. Just do that.
Don't worry about trying to do nothing else.
So that feels like you're getting used. Like, I don't care who says it to you.
Yeah.
You're getting used. And it's like I'm trying. You want to share everything because I see like borrowing money type situations. A person to call you, be like, can I borrow some money? 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 Can you help me out? Can you help me out? No. So it's like you might get somebody ask you for $40, $30. Like, people will cash back you to death. Okay? That's what I call it, cash backing you to death. So you get $30, $40 here. Then it's a week, two later. Then they want another $30, $40. Can you just send me another $30, $40? So you like, look, what is it that you're doing with your personal finances that you keep needing $30 or $40? What's going on? Let me sit down with you and open up the books, and we have and we get you a financial plan, a budget, so that way you can stop calling me and asking me, cash backing me to death, okay, or cash apping me to death, and you can become a better steward of your finances, because obviously you expect for me to give it to you every time you call. You expect for me to have it because you think I got it, which I may do, but you're more confident in me, in my ability to manage my finances,
correct,
than you're willing to be about your own finances. That's the wildest shit in the world.
I'm gonna be honest with you, son. This is strictly an Aliism. This has nothing to do with the thoughts and views of DBCHEFTV. I blame that on religion.
Okay.
Right, because it removes the God in you and the onus on you to get you where you're gonna end up ultimately, and places it in a savior that's gonna fix everything for you. Right? You can live your in some religions you can live your life not wild crazy, but kind of crazy, and be like, I'm sorry, and that's it, and that's it. Right? When the last days happen, you'll be saved, and everybody else will get punished. Right? If that's a thought process that governs your worldview or your life view or your overall moral compass,
that'll make somebody selfish as hell. See what I did with that? I don't know where they going though. But that sounds selfish as hell.
Right? I mean, because if that's because if you always got it, and bro, I've heard arguments and debates where the thought process is, if you are successful, then you have a responsibility to help out the folks that intentionally made mistakes in their past, intentionally disregarded all the help that they were offered in the past, right? And now they come to you, but they're not really reformed. So you're supposed to help them get reformed. So as many times as it takes for them to get reformed, you're supposed to keep going and going and giving and giving and giving because you're successful, because you're enlightened, right? Because you're looked at as quote unquote as better, that you can be the Messiah.
I don't know why they look at it as better.
I don't know why they look at it as better,
You know,
like it's hard work, bro.
it is, man. Like, and it's new stuff. It's always new stuff coming out. You gotta read. You know, you gotta research. You gotta stay up on it. It's stuff changing. You know, like it's not a walk in the park. You know, especially when and I don't even think it is for billionaires because they trying to keep it.
Keep it. Right,
You know, so definitely trying to grow it and just get to a place where you can have maintain a level of comfort for your life. You know, that's all that. I mean, like that's work right there. Just to do that. Just to have a standard of like I have to have this. This is me right here. It don't matter what nobody else have going on. This is me. This is the way I need to be. I need to. My food, clothing, and shelter need to be like this. This what I need. You know, that's work.
It's work, bro. You know, it come like Woketopia, you know, the woke community, or you know, or being conscious. You know, the idea is because apparently there's levels to it, which I agree. I just disagree with folks thinking that they understand the real levels. But the idea is if you're woke, then you're just self-righteous and you just, you know, raging against the machine. But if you're conscious, you're perfect. You're supposed to be. The idea is if like Gandhi, people look at Gandhi on the outside as if none of his faults stink.
Right. That's funny. I used to say that though. My farts don't stink.
Right? Like, you know, and it's not true, right? Like the reality is when you are conscious, like you really understand that you are conscious of the things that you know. Everything else you don't know. You are unconscious of. Right? And that's what a conscious person, and that's what the woke folks are trying to get to, right? They're trying to get past the I got all this information and I'm so angry and I need a way to channel it. Right? But consciousness is an entire process because the reality is once you turn the light on, it never go off.
Trust me, it's sometimes it's a downfall. Sometimes, you know, I struggle with it.
It's like a real struggle, bro.
Because you can't turn it off, and you have
but
to.
They think it's easy. They think it's better. They think you better.
Yeah.
But we struggle.
Struggling for real. Struggling for real.
Yeah.
Struggling for real. I said, man, do you know how hard it is to everything you see or do? You have to critical. Like every single thing, and you just want to go with the flow sometimes, but it's just
I really do, bro.
I just want to sometimes. I just want to just be cool with it, like but then some shit happened, and it's like, we gotta talk about
We gotta
it.
talk
I
about
gotta
it.
comment. I at least gotta comment about it, and then we can get back to it. You know? Yeah, it's tough.
You know.
But that's interesting though, the woke thing, cause I always look at that, looking at the expectations of the woke community versus the expectations of the conscious community and the expectations of the we got all these different aspects of
Correct.
consciousness or wokeness or intellect, and all of them have all of these different ideas. And for me, consciousness for me was the one to pick because it just involved critical thinking. And I was just like, you know what, bro, like I like that because you could think, you know what I'm saying? And if you think and use your brain, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got a brain, use it,
Yeah.
and anything that we've ever, I know anything that most people have ever like studied, not read, but studied and put effort into, you really had success with it. So I'm like, aren't we supposed to be studying this life? Studying your spouse, your life partner, whoever you with, studying your babies.
It's important.
Study, supporting, right? That's being supportive. And then that criticalness of balancing emotions and still trying to solve problems and still trying to also be compassionate and also be considerate and also not overdo it, but then sometimes we do overdo it and then have to pull back, and being humble enough to know when you did that. And so it's definitely work all day long.
Yeah.
But champagne, anybody campaign that's willing to do the work, because that's what we have to do. We gotta do the work, or you don't have to do nothing. It's a lot of people out here just chilling.
I could tell you another thing. I'll also blame, right. 100% besides religion would be the media, right? Because they project a universal standard of what all these relationships are supposed to look like.
Yeah.
Right? Or not supposed to look like, maybe they depict a lot of these relationships in a very negative way, right? So in that whole art imitating life and vice versa thing, right? We just communicate less because we watching these TV shows and we're listening to this music, and we're thinking that that's the real thing, and it's kind of not right. Like, so we got a lot of influences that's like two major heavy influences, right? Our religions and this media, right? It's giving us nobody's telling the truth, bro.
Right.
Right, cause everybody's lying. There's no way that you can solve all your problems in 30 minutes.
No.
Or an hour. Right? Like pregnancy don't even last. Like they last way longer than that, right? Months. Labor don't even last an hour. You know what I'm saying? But they have a whole relationship and everything. And that's where, like, think about that, what was that, the Cheesecake Factory, don't go to Cheesecake Factory first, they crap. Right? That's all media influence BS, right? Like, and now everybody's having conversations and real arguments Married people are having these conversations. People in whole relationships. People that have been with their girlfriends and boyfriends or boyfriend, or however, whatever, for mad long. Talking about where they not going on their first date. We y'all supposed to have been past that.
Right, right, yeah,
That's not even a conversation.
right. We just went. Me and my lady, we just went to the Cheesecake Factory.
It's good,
And
right?
yeah, like we talked about that. That we brought up that social media crap. The only thing uh, that I do have to say is I won't be going back to the Cheesecake Factory.
Man.
And the reason why I won't is because I've been going to the Cheesecake Factory since about 1999, 2000. Okay, maybe 01, 02, something like that. And the food has changed. It's not the same. The orange chicken, it used to be real chicken pieces. Now it's like a whole bunch of filler. I don't know what that is. The cheesecakes used to be a lot more thorough. You can tell the ingredients. I'm a chef. You can tell the ingredients have gotten a lot weaker. They cutting back on stuff. And I get it, to curb. It's a business, so they have to curb costs. And don't get me wrong, it's still, was somewhat tasty, but I'm not going back. I'm not going to
expectations. It's a business. As consumers, do we expect good quality, or do we expect businessmen to be good businessmen? Like in reality, in real reality, right? Like
consistency in food.
Consistency
in food, yeah. Because in particular, I'm only speaking.
But you a chef
to food, God, yeah. I'm only speaking of food. I'm not, but we can say there are other business areas where you look for certain type of service and certain type of quality, right? But for food, yes. Like every time you go to a restaurant, if you frequent a restaurant and you are a recurring patron, then reoccurring patron, then you're going to, that's what you're going for. You're telling people, hey, they have a great blah blah blah, whatever it is, you're gonna love it. Do you like this? Oh man, I know a great place where they serve that and it's amazing. Boom, 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 and you go. That is the joy of that consistency when you go to these places and dine.
Yeah, that's true.
When the consistency changes, and that's what I noticed, the consistency changed at Cheesecake Factory. That's it. If the consistency was the same, I'm going. I don't care about no social media, first date. I done went on plenty of first dates and second dates and third dates and to the cheese. We love that place. Even if we just go get drinks now, it's still cool to go hang out and get drinks.
But bro, married couples have whole arguments.
Right? Yeah, like just because some young people said it ain't the place to go. Like
if it was really people and not bots.
And not bots, right? Like come on. Where we supposed to go? Shayla Ruse?
Now we supposed to go all the way to Italy.
I'm supposed to
we supposed to give Venice.
First date, I'm supposed to drop 1,000.
We supposed to get a little gondolas or whatever.
For some small plates. I'm supposed to drop a band on some small plates. Crazy.
Yeah, like, what's your middle name again? But and that's crazy because again, like the these BS influencers are corrupting us, right? And as a society has got us not knowing what we want for real. What is the expectation of being married? You got. I had an older gentleman confess to me earlier that he was afraid to get married. And I asked him why. And his only answer was because he'd been single for so long. And I said, I don't get it. Do you want to be married? Right? Like he saw when I was a single man. I'm like trying to figure out if it's the right one. I'm like, what are you looking for? Like if they check all the boxes that you have, why are you creating more boxes? Like what do you want? It sounds like you're asking me for advice, and I'm saying like you got to figure out what you want, what you need, and get that. And if marriage ain't it, don't get married.
Right.
Right. But if you want to be marry the person that's want to marry you.
Right. I like that too, though. What are you going? What is the man going to provide? You know, like you gotta know what you're gonna provide first, what you need. Especially if you're talking about being single for so long. I can understand that. You know, I haven't been single for long. You know, but you know what I'm saying. But
I got married young, bro, so I don't know at all.
Yeah,
right. I don't get it.
And I was married young too. It just didn't work out. But you know what I'm saying. But I understand how, like, through it not working out, forced me to look at myself, to self-reflect, to see what expectations I had that were ridiculous.
Yeah.
Get my own self expectations of myself, of what I need to do to be a good spouse to whoever I'm gonna be with. The self-reflection. So like all those things help if that's what you want, though. If you don't want it, it's just like everything else. If we don't want it, we're not gonna do the work to get it.
Correct. It's all, and you got to be realistic, God, right? Right. Because when you're looking at yourself, what can you do? You know, like what are you not able to do? Right? You can want to be an astronaut, but you might not be able to make it through astronaut training school.
Yeah, I'm not gonna make the physical.
You know what I'm saying? But you can want to be an astronaut,
right? If they waive my physical and just let me go, I'm gone.
So
I ain't gonna make that. I'm not gonna make the Space Force physical. I can't walk like a duck. You know, I can't do the duck walk.
But that's what I say, right? Is like over communication is needed because we have to manage expectations. You know, we have to manage expectations of like all expectations of ourselves and of other people, right? Like you know, you can for a spouse, you can either divorce your, from a husband's perspective, you can either divorce your wife because she's always nagging, telling you to pick up your socks or, you know, wash up the dishes after yourself and take out the trash or something like that. Or you can be like, yo, that's who my wife is, and let me pick up my socks and wash my dishes and take out the trash. Because this is my partner.
Right. It's a personality and I'm cool.
Or listen to, you know what I'm saying? Right? And do life, right? Like,
find the value in it. You know, like some things you gotta find value in. Somebody not gonna let you slip up. They're not gonna let you do these things. It can be interpreted like that if we choose to look at it like that.
And that's a choice. It goes back to what you said about you wanting to. The person has to want to do it. And that's why I use that example, because with a spouse, you're supposed to want to compromise to build with this person, because this person is the person that you chose and chose you, and y'all both said yes. Right, so that's why it's important.
Yeah, definitely important, especially to make it last forever. Ain't gonna be no keep sweat playing if we ain't sweating
At all, right? You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna have to put some work in. We're gonna have to sweat it out a
Yeah,
little bit,
bro.
Yes, indeed.
We gotta talk, bro. We gotta say how we feel. We just gotta talk. We gotta over communicate to the point to where, because when it's gonna get to a point naturally where we're not gonna need to, and it's gonna come like slang, where words just get shorter and shorter, and head nods mean a bunch of different things to whoever you do it to.
Right. And that's not control. That is being in sync with each other, right? It's just a look. It's just a look. Like, I know your look, you know my look.
I know your look, you know my look.
Right. Right. That's not big. Yeah, I love that. You know, that's when you in unison. That's when you know, like, I don't even gotta say nothing.
Word.
You know, because she know how I'm looking in the face, like, he is not cool with this. Or I'm looking at her and I'm like, something ain't right. I could be across the room and I'm just like, what's going on? Something wrong on your face. Your face look, I had to come over here, baby, because it looked like I needed to punch somebody in the face.
Exactly.
For the way your face was looking.
You know, but yeah, like, and that's what you want. You want a partner. You want a good teammate, right? And even your children, for the most part, are your teammates, right? Even if they go and play for other teams or start their own league or do something different while they are growing and learning with you, they're part of the team.
Yeah.
In my mind, anyway.
In mine too, everybody doesn't grasp the concept, you know, but in a perfect space, you know, and in a space where we can communicate and get it to that'll be ideal.
Yeah, it's hard though. Egos, emotions, right, and lack of communication makes egos go rampant and makes emotions run out of control.
Yeah.
And don't let one of y'all be self-righteous and think y'all right.
All the time. You ain't never wrong.
I wouldn't have said it if I was wrong.
It's rare. I know somebody done heard that a couple times from me. It's rare. It's real rare. Stay sharp. I can't mess up. I don't got no room.
Nah, bro. Like, but you know, that's why I say like, expectations is a good topic, right? Because like all these topics are good and important because I know Sister Jazz, like she holding on to us having a culture, and she's maintaining the fact and the idea that we have a culture. And I love my sister, bro, and I want to have a culture, and these conversations help us get there because on a personal level, I'm saying we don't understand English.
We don't.
Right? I'm saying we out here just bumping our drums and wearing our hearts on our sleeves and holding it close to the vest at the same time, talking about read between the lines. And I'm like, but if they speak Spanish and they speak German and they speak French and they speak whatever, and you from up north and you from down south, and nobody speaking formal languages, everybody speaking their slang, nobody understands each other.
Yeah, except for the people in those areas.
Except for the
Yeah, in
people
the
in
act.
those- And even those people, a lot of times, there's a lot of internal strife to where this block or this building got a different a code or lingo to separate themselves from them over there, right? Like it's a whole bunch of confusion, right? Like these conversations are important, right? Because I know you are saying what's right, other than the fact that we don't have a culture. We both agree that we don't have individual specific black culture,
Yeah,
right?
based on the definition.
Based on the definition.
Yeah, based on the definition of what it would consist of for it to be,
Correct.
a living thing. We don't have that. We don't have that cohesion. We don't
We
have
don't
that.
have that cohesion,
Yeah.
right? And the expectation, we say things like generational wealth and breaking generational curses. And there's a hope, not an expectation. There's a hope, right? Because we're not putting in the work to actually create generational wealth. We're not even checking with the youth to even see if they want to do what we're doing. If they want to build on what we want to build on. We're not even asking what they want to build on to see if we want to build forward, right? And take what we currently have, take our current resources and actually plan for our future success, right? Everybody is, I want to be my own man. I want to show that I did it because the American culture is pull yourself up by your bootstraps.
Right.
So nobody's wrong. It's just hard to have expectations if I'm pulling my own bootstraps up.
Except for yourself, except for the expectations of yourself.
Right.
That's it. You said something real key though, guy. You said that like it's just hope, and instead of an expectation. So I'm thinking that when you said that, in my mind, I'm thinking like, okay, an expectation is kind of like a demand.
Ultimatum almost.
Yeah, and because hope is, I hope so.
I hope so.
Like, you already know what that's about. But that's interesting because if there was culturally an expectation, then there could possibly be a ground level for the standard, and that's the expectation. So this is what we have to do in order to maintain this. This is the expectation, because it's no no cooperative economics, no cohesion, no nothing. Then it is just hope that one day it'll come together. One day, someday we'll be together.
Yeah, and again, this is where I put it back on with the religion aspect, with expectation. You say demand, like it also implies work, right? Like every like there's there's an outcome that somebody's looking forward to, right? So that means you got to do something, right? With hope, somebody else is gonna do something.
Right.
Expectations. I'm responsible, right? And with relationships, like with all things, right? Like there needs to be buy-in. That's why I say with your spouse, the spousal relationships, and I hone in on those because it seems like there are so many relationship shows and everybody's giving out advice and tips and whatnot, but nobody's really focusing on how important it is for you to trust your spouse, trust your partner.
What?
Right, like that's supposed to be your bulletproof vest. Right, like
That's the truth.
to each other. Right, like.
Ain't that the truth?
But we just hope that the person's going to do that, and we don't lay the groundwork. We don't train. We don't train like we fight.
Train like you gonna play.
Right.
Yeah. If you don't practice it.
Don't practice, bro. We date multiple people, calling it practice. Right, but we don't actually practice settling down. We don't actually practice learning one person. We don't actually practice compromising. We don't actually practice, building wealth. We don't actually practice making sure that we are communicating, like a PhD. Right. What I like about PhDs is not that they're smarter than anybody else, but they learn in school how to put on paper or on the screen a complete sentence, so they can take all their thoughts and make it spread out and put it all down on paper. So it'll be 3 paragraphs, a whole page long of yes, I love you. But it'd be like mad big, right? And it'd be cool. It'd be like it flows well, right? That's how it should be with our spouses, right? Somebody that you trust, right? That you can communicate with, and it just flows well, right? Not smoothly, everything is perfect. No bad days. But a bad day doesn't mean the last day. It's just a bad day.
I get that. See, not a bad day. Man, you gotta we all gotta go through some stuff.
Yeah,
Because
bro.
because how we gonna keep learning if it's perfect all the time? How do we get better at certain stuff, become more effective at navigating? Like I don't think nobody has the luxury of not having issues that need to be resolved in a relationship in a marriage.
No, it's impossible. It's impossible. Everybody individual, bro.
Yeah.
Right. It's married 40, 50 years, 60 years. And, people think that I saw an old couple. I forget how long they was married, but they was absolutely bickering on the video. The old lady, she was talking her crap, and she was like, I'll put you out. You ain't got nowhere to go. and she was like, he was like, I got somewhere to go. And she was like, where you gonna go? He was like, Stacy's house, Diane, Keisha. He just started Pam. He started naming women, right? And she was like, man, after I put all this work in, you think I'm about to just let them go out there and have all this fun after I did all this work? You ain't going nowhere. And that's their life. Like it's not perfect. It's not. They don't never argue. They figure out how to navigate. Right? They make each other laugh. They hug each other when they cry.
Need that. We need hugs.
We need hugs, bro. 100%. What else relationships you got? We talk spouse, we talk parental.
We talk parental, we talk peer.
Talk peer. Peer is always tough. Peer is always tough because that especially with another man perspective. Because they always because they think it's just like you, right? They got their family to take care of.
Right.
And that's paramount. That always comes first. Their family, as yours.
God, let's take a 30-second break real quick.
Word.
Yeah, trying to add something to the cipher.
Word up.
Check it, though. 30-second break real quick. We be right back, y'all.
Happy holidays this joyful season. Visit the DBCHEFTV gift shop for amazing gifts and awesome savings. Use the link in the description and access 15% off our entire site. Don't wait. The sale ends January 5th, 2024. Visit www.dbcheftv.com.
Yeah, and we back.
Yo, that's fine.
Gotta get right. Hey, we on it. We on. That's how we coming.
Commercial.
We coming. We got commercial, baby. Got the commercials on deck, man. We gotta get the BK Stove for our commercial too. You know what I'm saying?
That was fine.
Yeah, we working on that. That's what I want to get for everybody. Moving forward, we're gonna be doing that. Moving forward this year, get these commercials so we can advertise these products. Like, if we gonna advertise it, then we gotta make it look like it's a real commercial. It is a real commercial.
It's a real commercial, bro. You was like, commercial break and everything.
Commercial break. Yeah, like, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. Happy New Year's to everybody.
Happy New Year's.
We back and we talking about the purpose of expectations. It's having expectations, bad, good, or misunderstood. And man, we peel back a lot today, and man, we did relationships, we did spousal, children, peer to peer. I mean, well, we know work is always going to be.
Yeah. Work is what's needed.
Right.
You do what you got to do.
Right. It's structure.
But I think, because you said, are they bad, good, or misunderstood? I think so far the consensus of the conversation is we're leaning towards they are definitely not bad, right? Because you need to set boundaries and standards, right? We need those and goals, but they are misunderstood.
Expectations are misunderstood.
Misunderstood. And so far I'm saying that they're misunderstood because they are not. We have terrible communication.
That part. I get that.
Terrible communication, right? If I tell you my plan, and I'm like, all right, so this is the plan, and you got a whole nother thought in your head, and you don't say it, and we run with my plan, and something go wrong, and you jump out talking about, man, I knew this was gonna happen because you had that whole other thought.
Oh, that's crazy.
That means that you was my enemy this whole time. You was hoping for my demise. You was plotting and waiting. Right? That's not teammates. That's not good partners. If you have a thought in your head, it's just because I tell you my thought or tell you my plan, that doesn't necessarily make it the plan when we are communicating plans. So when we're talking about what we're going to do, right? It's important that you tell me how you feel about my plan. Don't just have a opposing plan, but provide feedback on what it is that I just provided, right? So that when you do say, you know, the alternative or say what your thought is not received as though you just totally dismiss what I'm saying. You know, acknowledge what the person says, right? Like we just have to have better communication. We just have to do it better. Right? We just have to communicate better. We just have to acknowledge that we're doing it bad now.
Yeah, I like that. That's kind of crazy with when people do that. I always have thought that that's wild when you'll make a plan and then it won't be any questions or anything about your plan. Like, is this the plan? And you just going with it. But then the person gets in it and their mindset isn't, I'm going to do whatever I can to make sure that we're successful at this plan.
That's not their mindset.
You know? And you know, and then it's like then it get something go messed up. And then like, oh, I knew it was gonna be messed up. Oh, I knew it was gonna be this. No, that's not a team player. That's someone who really ain't even on your team. They waiting for you to mess up.
Or they just want to use your resources to get what they really want. Right? So they'll say whatever they gotta say to get your help. Right? And they'll agree to your plan, knowing they're gonna deviate.
Knowing they're gonna do something, knowing they not rocking with you all the way.
Knowing they're not, which is like the enemy. I don't think that your friend would or should do that to you. I don't think that a relative, a family member would or should do that to you. Right, because that's harmful.
Fortunately, family be on that type time.
Family be on that type time because they have the expectation that because they family,
you gonna tolerate them.
And that's what I'm saying, right? Like it's misunderstood. It's misunderstood.
Yes, again. Don't have that expectation.
No,
you can expect your feelings to be hurt for real.
You know.
Yeah, because that's a tough. I've dealt with that where it's like, you know, like we could treat each other better. Why aren't we? Where's the motivation to treat each other better, and why aren't we?
Folks want to play the devil advocate all the time, right? Which to me supports BS, right? Wrong is wrong, right is right. We could be better. Why aren't we just being better? Right? Why is it hard to agree? Like I get everybody is not always on the same page. I understand that. But if you just got people that are just detractors just for the sake of they have the right to detract, I think they should be excommunicated, to say the least.
Excommunicate them, right?
Like those are problems. Those are troublemakers, right? They're just gonna spread chaos. They're gonna spread BS, and now your children that you raise a certain way will be influenced by an influencer doing something completely different, and now their lifestyle is taking a completely different turn, and you just got to sit back and watch. Right, and it's you got your life to live, and they have their life to live.
It's tough though. It's tough though, because that's a balance. That's something that I try to balance real carefully. And I don't know. It bothers me. I don't lose no sleep, but it does bother me because I always feel like we have expectations in the world, and you always gonna have that. So, with your family, we should go above and beyond to try to, make sure that we aren't doing some of those worldly things to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's, like if I could be with my spouse and my spouse ain't doing that, and that's somebody I met. That's somebody I met. That's somebody I'm choosing to be with.
Mm-hmm.
All right. That's not a family member. You don't meet your family. Somebody just been doing the grown up stuff, and then they came in and said, "Here go your cousin. Here go your niece, your nephew, your sister, your brother." So you don't get to choose them. You don't get to pick them. So it's crazy, like when you have people that you've chosen and picked who offer you more in a place of peace than family members. And it's just like, wow, like damn, like that's saying with family like you, who needs enemies? You get that, and you just like, man, like that shouldn't even be why is that? Like why is that something that can exist? That mindset shouldn't even be allowed to exist culturally in society. We should be doing better. But unfortunately, of this world, there's a lot of things that just, everybody got their expectations, their selfishness things, and everything else that drives them to do whatever it is that they think is, the cool thing to do, or the self-serving thing, because it's not anything for a collective. And that's where when I mentioned it for the family, it's always should be a collective.
Mm-hmm.
That consideration is for the collective. Like, I know how he gonna react. I know how she gonna react. I know how she gonna react. But I want everybody to have the same reaction.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to make sure that the way I present it, there's a balance, so everybody can receive it, so it can benefit everybody. Now that's a consideration. But when we have everybody doing their own thing, and it's more competition than collective.
Yeah, that's why I say competition, bro, is like even the word friendly competition to me is a trick, right? We can train together, we can spar, we can work out together, we can practice together, but we can't compete against each other.
No, because either we on the same team or we not.
We was on the same team or we not, bro. Like we can't. You know, if you outscore me, did we win?
You said, did we win, right?
Did we win? Right? Like, did you score 60 points and we still lost? Like, you know,
we still lost together though.
Yeah,
if it's a relay race and you know I didn't pull my leg of the race, you know, but I got you the baton, you know what I'm saying, and you came back and won it.
We won.
You know what I'm saying? I'm thankful that I had Carl Lewis on the team. You know what I'm saying?
You know, I set us back 5 seconds.
Yeah, you know,
and you caught up.
And you caught up. You know, shot past everybody, like, man. And then you tease me when your slow ass, what happened? Boy, don't be doing that no more. You know what I'm saying? And then, but we win. We still got the goal.
Yeah.
And now I can improve, you know, and we can get better together, collectively.
Correct. And think about it. You tease your man, right? But he's deserving of a tease from you because you literally had to work harder because he ain't
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Because you almost made us lose.
Literally you.
Yeah, but you know, one thing almost don't count for nothing.
It don't, bro. Like
never happened.
Like a win is a win, is a loss is a loss, man. In teams, you can't win as individuals. There's no way that Michael Jordan could win and Mike and Scottie Pippen loses.
No, it would not be the Chicago because the owners have the rings.
Yeah, they got the rings.
Yeah, the owners have.
The owner won actually.
Right, the owners have all the real trophies.
Yeah.
So like, they got paid. They did. They look good doing it.
Yeah, and that's the thing, bro. Like we just gotta, manage expectations and be real with ourselves, right? Self-reflection is all about being real and being honest, right? And again, you might want to be an astronaut, but if you can't pass the physical, that doesn't mean you don't want to be an astronaut no more. But it does mean that you cannot be an astronaut.
Yeah, be an astrophysicist.
Boom.
You know?
That's what you do.
I can just study the stuff y'all bring back.
or be a spaceship engineer or something. I don't know, somebody.
Yeah. I can build the spaceships. Yeah. You're not limited.
You're not limited. And you're really not restricted. Right? Because maybe you can do the simulator or something, or something. Like you are part of the team to get us to Mars or whatever.
Right.
It's managing expectations, bro. Like what can you do? If you can't pass the physical, you cannot be an astronaut.
Right. If you can't drive it, that don't mean you still can't participate.
There's mad other things to do.
Yeah, in the whole evolution. It's a lot more than just driving the spaceship.
A whole lot more.
You know? And it's way more people like
those people are last.
Yeah, like it's way more people than Neil Armstrong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you don't even know their names.
Yeah. All the people who plotted the course and made the photon flux.
Man, bro, that's what I'm saying, right? And you can imagine one of those people wanted to be an astronaut and they disappointed. oh man, I wish that was me walking on the moon and not Neil Armstrong. You know, yeah, I'm the guy that plotted the trajectory and the landing and stuff. He could have did without me, but it don't count because it wasn't me. Nah, that's corny.
Yeah.
Like you actually got somebody on the moon. Like you did that. Like
Absolutely, yeah. It take more than it's a team.
it's a team.
It's not just about who driving the plane. It ain't about who just scoring the most points. Everybody got to show up and play, and we all got to want to win.
Yeah. Man, we can be weak as hell, bro, but we all gotta have our game face on.
I've been there. I played boys and girls clubs, and we had some sorry. We had a sorry team one time. I still showed up to every game. We got blown out all the time. But that game we won. What? That game we won. I think we won another game. I think we won 2 more games by like forfeit that. But we had one game we played and won. You know, and I think it was like they only had 4 people to it.
Yo, W word, bro. Anything counts, man.
Yeah, but man, we was excited because everybody else was smacking us. Everybody else.
I mean, if you don't show up, man, at least you know, at least it look like you gonna play real hard.
We
until
did.
you get better.
We did. We showed up, uniform. Everybody was fresh, shoes, uniform.
I'm here to play ball.
You know, had they Gatorade on the sideline and everything.
Y'all might turn into fans on the court, but
Nah, I was gunning because I knew we were starting. I had the green light. I was shooting 40 times a game. Like,
hey, that man, like, yeah, bro. That's what I'm saying. I'm glad. I think these conversations, and I think this is a good way to end the year, right? Because we got to go into 2024 mindful, purposeful, right? And so far, every conversation that we've had on Cigar Sundays has been going towards the direction of being better people and being the best version of ourselves, right? We are acknowledging that we are not perfect. You opened up and I seconded the apology, right? We acknowledge that in our humanity we may have erred, right? And have done wrong by somebody and thought they was ready for something that they wasn't, right? And that's not fair, right? Like I say, right? Like I told her, I see everybody as I see myself, full of potential, right? And at any moment that you don't, I have to accept and allow for that limitation in your existence, and you have to allow for the limitation of your reality in my existence, because I'm out. Right, I'm not sticking around. Right, I can't. I'm at a stage now, bro, where I personally can't lift somebody up and show somebody how to do something, unless, like, for me, I can only show somebody that already wants to do something how to do something.
Yeah.
I can't.
I don't want to argue with them either.
I can't argue with nobody, bro. I can't take. I'm not at a stage in my life mentally, spiritually, and 100% emotionally to where I can take sand and water and get my mix right. I don't have that kind of I'm gonna say patience and time, but to be completely honest with myself and everybody, I don't have the desire.
I know what you mean.
Like I only want to talk to people that wanna build, bro. I want to build and make money,
Build
or
and make
not make
money,
money,
right?
but expand our resources, right? Because more than money, I want to expand our resources. I wanna make my friendships expand my net worth, right? Like I want to be beneficial to all those around me. I want to be a joy to be around. I want to be surrounded by people that are joyful, right? No lack, no shoulda, woulda, couldas, right? My expectation is to do the best that I can, and to be honest with myself. Did I do the best? Right? My grandmother say, if you'll be a janitor, you be the best janitor. Right? It doesn't matter your profession. Right? Whatever you do your best. Right? And that's it. You know, gotta manage expectations.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it said. I'm feeling you on that though, God. I'm feeling that all the way. Cause I don't have no patience. No more. I'm just like, if you know it, then why you ain't doing it?
Why you not doing it?
You know,
Like
and
it's that simple,
instead of
right?
debating me about it, instead of debating me, trying to tell me what you think you know what I'm saying, when you don't, because you're not doing it. So like, hush, listen. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna school you. You know what I'm saying? Then go, take it. You know what I'm saying? Come back and let me know something. Cause I ain't wasting my breath on people I don't care about.
I don't, because I'm saying word, no doubt.
And it's frustrating. So like when I get in situations like that, I'm just like, all right, I'll just leave it alone.
Mm-hmm.
It makes it easier. Like some people think that it's a
Cop out.
Yeah, cop out, or
Coward's way out.
yeah, or you don't like the person or something crazy.
Yeah.
It's just like, man, like I just don't feel like being bothered.
Don't
You
feel
know what I'm
like
saying?
being bothered.
Because I have a choice. You know, like, because I have a choice. Like, remember, I have a choice to do what I want to do with my life, just like you have a choice to do what you want to do with your life. So don't make it emotional.
Yo,
You know,
just because you call my name, I don't have to turn around and respond to you.
yeah, exactly.
I don't.
Yeah.
Right? And if you have an expectation that because you call somebody's name that they have to turn around, I would suggest that you understand that you look into contract law. And
Look at the contract law, right?
and you'll realize you start looking at relationships a lot different. You start looking at how often you break your word, or you do something to make somebody not trust you, or because we just not coming correctly.
A lot of people winging it too, though, God.
Everybody winning. That's what I'm saying. Like they just they don't understand. Like,
I would like to do a survey, ask like 100, 200 people, like, what are your expectations of yourself
of yourself.
for your future, whatever? And then most people gonna be like, I don't even see a future in that, or. And then a lot more people gonna be like, I haven't even thought about it. So if you don't even know what you want, what you value, what are your expectations, like how you gonna be able to communicate that to somebody else? Because it's gonna be like, it's cool, you can get with somebody when you young. I think it's a easier to put that to the side and grow together and learn it. But people still have to learn it. They still have to do it. Like, or else they won't be together. Prime example. You know what I'm saying? So like, and not doing it, while you're together.
You need buy-in, bro.
Yeah, then you're gonna be boom, you're gonna be apart. But now when we look at like people in their 40s, 30s, 40s, 50s, you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
trying to get together with stuff. So many people don't even know what they want, what they need, what they expect of themselves, what they're willing to give.
Yeah.
And it just looks crazy. It look crazy. But but these expectations definitely are misunderstood a lot, especially when there's a lack of communication. And overall, like we were saying, like it's just, it really boils down. It goes back to that. That communication is so key. Because if we don't talk, if we don't share, if we don't be vulnerable, communicate, we're not gonna have no progress.
No progress, bro.
We stagnated and wondering why it's not working out for me.
Nah, it's gonna be worse than stagnant, bro. We're gonna be extinct.
Extinct.
Because once you start producing, what else is there? If everybody just having fun and not focus on the family, you can make a baby, but that's not making a family.
Correct.
Right? You didn't produce a child, right? You just got somebody pregnant, and they chose to have the baby, and they chose to chase you down for child support, and they chose to not try to advance themselves any further, because there's a system in place that allows them to sustain a certain level of do nothingness while looking like they're doing something.
while appearing they got something really going on, and it's
no shade.
all too familiar.
Right.
But it keeps up appearances, whatever that's about.
That's what that's about.
I don't know. I never like to appeared. I've never liked to appear like I had something going on, and I was actually, destitute.
You just said something that made me think to appear and whatever that thing. So if we always fronting and always putting on airs, I'm thinking is the reality is, if you don't want to look poor, because if you don't want to, if you look like you need help, somebody might want to actually help you, right? And then you got to do something for real, right? Like you actually gotta. Like it's like a crazy trick bag. I don't know. It's messed up. It's because if they looking like they looking like they struggling for real, they don't necessarily have to go get a job. If what they doing on the block is working, then and you can see it on them that it's working, then you would be hard pressed to convince them that they need to do more or do better.
Oh heck yeah.
That's what I was trying to get to. Yeah, that's what I was trying to get to.
Yeah, no, you definitely can't convince people who stuck in that mindset to do nothing. I know for a fact. So once the selfishness is set in, and the desire to not learn anymore or gain anything more, other than what you gonna give.
Word.
Like it's, you know what I'm saying? You just gotta make a choice. You know, is this a person that you're gonna tolerate, or is this a person that you have the ability to say, I don't gotta deal with you. You know, and however that looks, you know, that's up to that particular relationship with that person. So that's it. That I don't get that about people. You know, that's the one thing I don't get when, if we know something, like if you're willing to learn something and then you say you know it, you say that you know, even if you don't say you know it, but you say, okay, I like that concept, that idea. Help me out more on that. Let's do that together. You know. And they don't even want to do that. Then it's just like, oh, as long as you doing it, I'm fine. I don't need to do it because you don't.
What you take, bro?
Yeah, so it's like, wow, man, that's the expectation. That's the expectation. I expect to take it. Yeah.
Yo, son. Got that text.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all good though. Happy New Year's.
Happy New Year's, brother.
You know what I'm saying, to you and the family. Y'all have a safe rest of y'all evening.
You too, man.
Thank everybody for joining us. We're gonna be right back here on Cigar Sundays next Sunday at DBCHEFTV. I am Jazz Garcelle. Guy Ali Dawu L, that BK Soul Farm. Make sure y'all like and share the video. Also subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you can be aware when we go live. And hit the description box. We got some stuff in the description. If you want to support the channel, the links are in the description box. And everyone have a magnificent New Year and a positive and productive start to your new year, because it's Sunday and we're going right into the beginning of the week. You know, Sunday came. If a New Year's came on the beginning of the week this year,
up.
So this is great. Yeah. All right, peace, God. We're gonna go ahead and get up out of here.
All right, God, peace.
Still there comes a time, girl, we will not look the same. You're still my girl. Oh, no. But we'll stay together till the end of time. No matter if I went deaf, blind, or even worse, being paralyzed, I bet our love won't change. Oh, baby, I just wanna love you like granddaddy used to love grandmama. Share a love that lasts a lifetime. Through the ups and downs and the drama. Baby, I just wanna love you like granddaddy used to love grandmama. Share a love that lasts a lifetime. Through the ups and downs and the drama. I'm giving you my all, baby, my all. I could see you and me rocking till we older than the age it is. Oh yeah, this connection just cannot be lost. So no matter where you go, I'm by your side. You'll never have to accept the call.